What's up, you lucky people? 2 vids in 2 days. When was the last time I did one of these? I don't like doing them. Do not like it one bit. I like to leave time between my videos. Why? Well, it really is as simple as I believe that you lose views. The more vids you do in a week, the less views you get as a whole. Okay, because the vids haven't got time to be seen by everyone. That's why I don't like doing them. But when you've got a pay-per-view and then the Raw the next day, there's not really a lot you can do about it. Before we go on, this will be like my last video in January. I just want to say a truly gargantuan thank you to you guys. This month, before this video, I've had 8,000 views on my videos. That is incredible, especially when you consider that in December, I had 3,000 views. Thank you so much. I understand it's because I'm doing more vids. I'm doing WWE reviews. You don't want to see me talk about Britwreschat. I understand that. That's why I try to concentrate on British wrestling on my podcast now. The link's in the description below. Should we talk about Raw? Because that's what you're all here for. Hopefully I'm going to bang this one out as ridiculously fast. I've got 1.5 pages of notes because it's just one of those, oh God. Every Raw this year has been good, has it not? This one was wank. So there you go, you can turn the vid off now if you want. Raw Roulette. Vicky spins the wheel, our first stipulation. Special guest referee match between Antonio Cesaro and Randy Orton. We don't get told who the special referee is. Next up, CM Punk comes out. You can probably imagine what he says. He says that Rock's a cheater. He says, he calls it the Phoenix screw job. Lovely. This brings Vince McMahon from that. He says he's got footage of the Shield attacking Rock. He'll show later on. We're going to see a personal performance review of Paul Heyman. Lovely, whoop-de-doo. So next, match number 1 is Cesaro vs. Orton, as we just said. The Miz is the special guest referee. Whoop-de-doo. I was going to say something that I was going to compare The Miz to someone. In fact, okay, The Miz to me looks like Bobby Cash. You don't know who Bobby Cash is. He's my broadcast partner for GPW, or he was until he got the ring announcer gig. He's the guy I commentate with at Great Bear. And the way he acts sometimes when he's got his suit on, it just reminds me of The Miz, but that's irrelevant. Match is as predictable as you can be. Cesaro's controlling until he argues with Miz, leaving himself wide open for an RKO. It was about 12 minutes long. It was all right. So in the back, Vicky spins the wheel and gets a make Vicky laugh stipulation for Ryback versus the Primetime Players. Whoop-de-frecking-do. And you can imagine how this one went down. They tell some jokes. They're not funny. Ryback owns them. Whoop-de-doo. Bo Dallas then scored an upset victory over Wade Barrett. I was asked on the comments of my Rumble review, what did you think of Bo Dallas? And let me tell you, this is honest to God truth. Remember I told you I watched it in a bar? A guy said to me, about 20 minutes after Bo Dallas made his entrance, like, Jesus, he's still in it. And we all just assumed that he'd been eliminated because he didn't do anything of note. Well, Wade Barrett walked into a suplex during, a couple of minutes in, and that gets, like I say, complete upset victory. Then John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes in seconds, the way it felt like. It was sub 2 minutes, I know that one. It was utter squash. Cena then cuts one of his weird rambling promos where he first starts off, oh man, it doesn't make any sense, because he basically says he can't beat Punk and he can't beat The Rock, so he's challenging the winner of Punk versus Rock, which has not been made yet, to a match at WrestleMania. He's challenging the winner of that match to the match at WrestleMania. So well done for telegraphing what's going to happen, and well done for basically saying that you can't. Why should we invest now? You just said you can't win. Overcoming the odds all good, but that was just stupid. Then the Shield came out and they started beating him. This brought out Sheamus, but they got beats, and this also brought out Ryback, and they got beats. So it's beats all around. Happy days. In a it wasn't hilarious segment, Tensai spins the wheel, the Raw Roulette wheel, and guess what he gets? He gets a lingerie pillow fight. Yeah? He wanders off pissed off. Vicky says, no, because Vince is here, we're not doing this. We're going to spin the wheel again. And they get a dance-off with Brodus Clay. But Brodus says, I'll tell Tensai. But he doesn't. So Tensai comes out wearing a dressing gown, he takes it off, and he's wearing lingerie, and if I was Tensai, I would quit the company in this moment. This wasn't funny at all. This was just another crap segment in a fucking show full of crap segments. And they do a dance-off, and what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They dance. It isn't very entertaining. It makes me want to fast forward this. It makes me so glad I didn't watch this live. I'm watching this on a link that, I'm sorry, that Matthew Clough, I think, sent me. Thank you very much for that one, dude, if I got your name right there. And it's got no advert breaks in it. This makes me a very, very happy person, because this was one of the things I would have turned this over, you know, if I'd been watching it live. And then we get Alberto Del Rio versus the Big Slow in a body slam challenge. There's no match, but Big Slow tapes Alberto Del Rio to the ring ropes, just like, you know, the other way around at Royal Rumble, and then proceeds to batter Ricardo. I understand why they do this. This is a bad thing to do, badass thing to do, but Jesus Christ did this one drag. It just went on and on and on and on, and didn't feel like it was ever going to end. And that's annoying. And then just to keep this shit show going, Caitlyn defeated Tamina in a truly horrendous lumberjill match. Let me tell you something, this one lasted 3 minutes. The commentators spent the whole match burying it, and I swear to God, there were 6 lumberjacks/jills, because the Divas division is so depleted these days that that's all they could find. Ha ha! Funny stuff. Awful match. I mean, seriously, this match was, if I was rating it, this one would be sliding towards the minus figures, and that's the truth. Next, The Rock comes out. He wants to talk about the title. He wants to thank the people, but obviously, Punk comes out. He's not happy about losing the belt. Bloody, 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 bloody. This isn't the greatest of segments. Bearing in mind how good these... I'm not saying this was bad. I'm just saying that, bearing in mind how good these two have been on the mic recently, this just wasn't up to par. And basically, the long story short is rematch at Elimination Chamber. So I'm guessing we're not having a WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match this year, which is interesting, isn't it? Next! Oh, we're almost done. Sheamus defeating Sandow in a meh tables match. Both Road Scholars lose once again, so we've got no reason to take them seriously because they always lose. You know, that sort of backwards booking, white noise. He gets him in the white noise position, doesn't actually do the move, he just sort of gets him in the white noise position and then runs backwards and puts them both through a table, but because Sandow went through first, that means he wins. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, and then we get another segment in this hilarious show, 4 segments, where the Great Khali and Zack Ryder have a karaoke challenge. Great Khali sings Shawn Michaels' theme music. Even though the words are on the screen, he just sings what he's thinking, I suppose. Awful. Just awful. 3MB, they interrupt, they get beat. Whoop-de-doo. Jericho comes out to talk. He's interrupted by Ziggler and co. Jericho mocks Big E, saying, "Is this your bra size?" for example. Hilarious stuff. Oh, it's so funny. It's not. Vicky appears on the screen. She spins the wheel. We get a bad bedfellows, is it? Or good bedfellows? Whatever. We get a tag match. It's Ziggler and Jericho versus Hell No. Match lasts about 5 minutes. Guess who does the job in this one? Oh, go on, have a guess. Yeah, that'll be Ziggler. Obviously. And of course, this is our main event. Hey, because we don't get matches in the main event slot anymore. Oh no, that'd be daft. And the problem, of course, is with the social media in these days. When I woke up this morning, I had 6 messages waiting for me saying, "Oh my God, Brock's back." And it's like, well, there's no point me watching this show then, is there? Hey, fantastic. You know, I understand if you want to talk to me on Facebook, 9 times out of 10, you guys know I will happily talk back to you, but don't spoil shows for me like that. I won't watch Raw live if I can help it. I'll have it on as background, but I watch it, even if I watch it live, I watch it again the next day, because I can't have, normally, like last night. Last night's a great example. I was online, I was playing Halo with Raw on my computer. So I'm watching it out of the corner of my eye. I'm listening and taking everything in, but I'm not actually giving it that much attention, you know. And an hour into it, I turned it off because it was boring. Anyway, the point of this is Vince McMahon comes out, says, you know, do Brad Maddox on the Shield work for you? Heyman says no. What about this footage? We see Brad Maddox getting owned in a tunnel, which is ever so slightly creepy. Heyman says it's not him, which is funny. Vince goes to say, "You're fired," but as he's saying it, Brock Lesnar's music hits, he comes down. Brock, don't do anything that you would regret later. F5, 1, 2, 3. No. And that's the end of the show. And that's the end of the show. And that's the end of the show. First things first, I've tried not to keep looking down at my notes. I've tried to look at you more often in this vid. If you like that, please let me know. It's hard, guys. I've got the memory of a sieve. And basically what I've got to do is I've got to write out my notes and then go through them and memorize them, essentially. But if you like it, let me know. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're about 150 away. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will do a Q&A. I will answer any question that you like, and it can be 5 hours long. You know, if you've got a question and start thinking about it, don't let me know now. That'd be daft, because it's going to be a couple of months yet. But if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. What's the worst that can happen? You get more of my shit videos? I'm actually doing. And you know, click the subscribe button. Let me know what you thought of Raw down below. Hit the like button, and I will see you all. Or follow me on Twitter. I'll see you in February. Got a lot of good videos coming up in February. Check my podcast out as well, if you will. I've been Mark P. Take it easy.